Look, I need you watching our backs. You're a better shot than I am.
Huh, really?
No?
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Gears of War 4 Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Act 2, Chapter 4. This is the Great Escape. And this is the first of 2 novelty missions in this game. So fear not if you really didn't want to be controlling a tank and shining Ghostbuster lasers on Krill, or if you had any trepidations that the game would force another one of those Tokyo Drift tank sections on the ice that we all enjoyed. This game has 2 moments. The last one is a very simple one. It's kind of a power fantasy with occasional instant death. This one is a nightmare. So, on this motorcycle you control both the moving left and right. There's essentially 3 lanes in this. There's left, right, middle. And you're going to be weaving between environmental hazards. While you do this, if you hold the left trigger you can aim the reticle and it'll zoom in. And if you hold the right trigger you'll fire. You don't have to aim to shoot. And what will happen is the plane is going to drop incendiary bombs. And the incendiary bombs are going to have little craters that they make. And the camera is so far up the bike's arse that it can be quite difficult to see what's in front of you. So I recommend pushing the analog so that you can tilt the camera as best as possible to see where you're going. And the problem with this is you can hit the dirt mounds at the side of where the explosion craters were, and you'll take damage from them. And if you hit 2 or 3 without healing, you'll die. And healing takes a long time to happen. So this sequence can feel like you dodge something where there's no fire, and you will still get punished for doing it. So there's wonderful moments of just, why did I take damage? Why am I dying? Why did I die? It happens a lot. In this sequence here, like the bike just... it's got a weight to it that I think makes it feel a little too sluggish. So it makes you feel like you're not in full control. And don't get me wrong, you can do all of this without touching anything or dying, because I've done it. But it's one of those things where I don't think it ever felt as good as it needed to feel. And it's the same when things shoot at you while you're on the bike. Understanding how to get away from the damage of the things shooting at you is not immediately clear. And it's something that's going to come at the cost of a few deaths on Insane, because you die very fast. And this is your first introduction to dodging, shooting, and staying alive. It's awkward. Like, if you touch these balls that are falling, they kill you. You know, if you get hit by those missiles, they do massive damage, and you're trying to drive and shoot all at the same time. It asks quite a lot of the player, and it's not too bad, but it's still one of those things where you can die really quick. And if you're not aware of that, I imagine it can be quite frustrating, but the first part there is not the problem, it's the section coming up now. The boss we fight here, there's one checkpoint for the next 3 minutes or whatever, and all you have to do is destroy both engines, destroy 6 of the guns that are underneath the wings, and then destroy the core. But the problem with this is it just doesn't work as well as it should have worked. And it's only to do with the detection of the bombs. The longer it takes you to do this, the more of these volleys you have to defend against, and because of all the particles, because of all the smoke, because of the camera and the angle, it's really difficult to see where the damage is and how to dodge it. It's not as simple as left, right, middle or something, because you just can't see. It's too cinematic, you know. It's like trying to tell what the fuck's going on in a Michael Bay movie. Sometimes, how the hell you manage to do it? And even when you dodge it and you feel like you were nowhere near it, you still take damage because of how wide the craters are and how wide the hitboxes are. So look at me right now, I'm 1 touch away from death. And it didn't really look like I'd gone through anything too close, did it? But I did, to the game. And then when it gets to this moment, you can die almost immediately if 2 of these turrets shoot you at the same time, so you have to kill. I always go for the middle. Kill the middle first, and then kill one of the side ones, and then move towards the side one if you can kill it, or if it starts firing, move away from it. And that's kind of how you do it, and when it pulls out, you can still hit the turrets, but it's harder because you're using a Goodwin massive spray. And there is a strategy here where instead of destroying the engines, you focus on the turrets, but you have to dodge more of the incendiary bombs. So if you're having trouble with the turret section, try weakening them a little bit before you attack the main engines and bring the plane down, and it can make this a little bit easier. But I personally found dodging the incendiaries way too difficult when it got to the 4th and 5th rotation. Just not fun. And that's my problem with this fight. You can die really quickly. It doesn't feel like it's your fault a lot of the times because you feel like you dodged it, and the checkpoint is before you even dropped the first engine, so you have to do more of it, and Like, I got so sick of just listening to it because I died a bunch here. And on this moment, I've never actually been hit enough to die on the final phase. And on this, you'll watch the engine carves these paths in the ground. And if you touch them, it does a little bit of damage. It's not as extreme as I thought it would be, because on the second wing when it does it, I hit a few of those ridges, and it does deal damage. These are the ones you want to be scared of. I think that's probably just instant death, because I think it wants you to shoot it before it reaches you, which is fantastic, you know, if you're good at this, but it's trickier than it looks. But if you watch on this, I dodged that one, I didn't see that one, I rode over that one and it didn't kill me, so the detection is all over the place, like 0 to nearly instant death, and then nothing on what looked like a visible hit where I should have took damage. You know, I'll leave it to you guys to decide, but I fucking hate this fight. Didn't like it once. It's just, to me, it's Uncharted bullshit, and it doesn't deserve to be in Gears. But thank you for watching. I wish you the best with it, because it isn't fun. And you take care now.